Hello, welcome to my channel Speak with Math. In this video, I am going to solve problems to find the length of plane curves in polar coordinates, and I already posted videos in Cartesian coordinates and parametric coordinates. The link is given in the comment box. Now look at the first question. In an equiangular spiral, r is equal to a e raised to theta cot alpha. Find the length of arc measured from theta is equal to 0 to any arbitrary point. If the equation of the curve is given in polar form of r is equal to f of theta and theta 1 and theta 2 are the values of vector angles of the point A and B on the curve, then the length of arc AB is given by S is equal to integral theta 1 to theta 2 root of r square plus dr by d theta square into d theta. Now we can solve the first question. Here r is equal to a into e raised to theta cot alpha. First differentiate with respect to theta. Then we get dr by d theta is equal to a into d by d theta of e raised to theta into cot alpha. Here a is a constant. Now a into d by d theta of e raised to theta cot alpha. We know that d by d theta of e raised to theta is e raised to theta itself. Instead of e raised to theta, we have e raised to theta into cot alpha. So put some variable u is equal to theta cot alpha then du is equal to cot alpha into d theta or du divided by d theta is equal to cot alpha. And we can write d by d theta of e raised to theta cot alpha as d by du of e raised to u into du by d theta. That is equal to d by du of e raised to u is e raised to u into du by d theta. That is cot alpha. So this can be written as e raised to u is theta cot alpha into cot alpha. Now S is equal to integral. Here the limits varying from theta is equal to 0 to any arbitrary point. That is, we can take it as theta is equal to integral 0 to theta square root of r square. R is a e raised to theta into cot alpha square plus dr by d theta square. That is e raised to theta cot alpha into cot alpha square into d theta is equal to, here a e raised to theta cot alpha is a common term in both functions, so we can take it outside. E raised to a into e raised to theta cot alpha. So the remaining term is root of 1 plus cot square alpha into d theta. Is equal to, we know that 1 plus cot square alpha is equal to cosec square alpha. So this can be written as integral 0 to theta a into e raised to theta cot alpha into cosec alpha into d theta. A and cosec alpha are constants, so take it outside of integral. A into cosec alpha integral 0 to theta e raised to theta into cot alpha into d theta. Now put u is equal to theta into cot alpha, then du is equal to cot alpha into d theta. Then this integral becomes integral e raised to u is theta cot alpha, e raised to u into d theta. D theta is du divided by cot alpha. This becomes 1 by cot alpha into e raised to u plus some constant z, or equal to a into cosec alpha. E raised to u is e raised to theta cot alpha divided by cot alpha, and the limits varying from 0 to theta. For definite integral, there is no need of a constant. It's equal to cosec alpha is 1 by sin alpha, and cot alpha is cos alpha divided by sin alpha. So after rearranging these two functions, we get a into 1 by sin alpha into cot alpha is cos alpha divided by sin alpha, that is sin alpha divided by cos alpha into this remaining term. Or this can be written as a into sin alpha will cancel, a by cos alpha into e raised to theta cot alpha, and the limits from 0 to arbitrary point theta. Now apply the upper and lower limits, then we get a divided by cos alpha into e raised to theta cot alpha minus e raised to 0. E raised to 0 is 1. Then we get the final answer as a by cos alpha into e raised to theta cot alpha minus 1. So the length of arc measured from theta equal to 0 to any arbitrary point is a divided by cos alpha into e raised to theta cot alpha minus 1. Now, the next question is, find the perimeter of the curve R is equal to a cos theta. We know that this is the equation of a circle with diameter A. We can plot this curve as with diameter A, and it is a circle and its leftmost edge at the pole. Now here the angle theta is 0. From here this x-axis to y-axis, theta varies from 0 to pi by 2. In x-axis the value of theta is 0 and it increases and become pi by 2 on y-axis, and this part is symmetric. So we can take limit as theta from 0 to pi by 2 and then find the length from here to here and multiply that with 2, because these two parts are symmetric. So S is equal to 2 times integral of 0 to pi by 2 r square plus dr by d theta square root of into d theta. Now r is a cos theta, then dr divided by d theta is equal to a into d by d theta of cos theta, that is a into minus sin theta. Then S is equal to 2 into integral of 0 to pi by 2 r square is a cos theta square plus dr by d theta square, that is minus a sin theta square into d theta is equal to 2 times integral of 0 to pi by 2, a is common, take it as outside, remaining term is a into root of cos square theta plus sin square theta into d theta, and cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. So 2 into a into integral 0 to pi by 2 d theta is equal to 2a into theta, and the limits varying from 0 to pi by 2 is equal to 2a into pi by 2 minus 0 is equal to pi into a. So the perimeter of the curve R is equal to a cos theta is pi into a. Thank you.